Here we
Good
go.
morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another episode of the People's Rebuttal Podcast. What's up?
What up?
Yeah, we back in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Had a little
What you been
thing
up to?
going on with the studio, you know what I'm saying? Texas Mother Nature. We'll
Got
be
some
back.
water. Got some water in there. But it'll be all right. It's just dirty now. That's the only
That's it.
problem now. It's just a little dirty.
Yeah,
What you been
man.
up to, Mafia? We haven't been around for a while. Been busy.
Yeah.
Everybody got stuff going on.
Yeah, a
The
lot of shit.
flood of 2022
The
happened in the
flood.
studio,
Yeah.
which obviously pushed work around and kind of messing. Did a huge pre-wire Monday and Tuesday. 65,000 feet of wire.
Really?
Yep.
Residential or commercial?
Residential. It's a
Ooh,
house.
55,000.
65,000 feet of wire.
Sweet. I
Actually
think
went by Vaughn's house afterwards and picked up my Bears jersey he ordered.
okay. Who we got? What number? Is it just an
It
assortment?
says 20, which I've always done my jerseys like that because 1920, you know, the founding of the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
And then it just says Zach DeBear.
Zach the Bear. I love it.
DeBear. That's right.
Yeah.
The Bears.
And football season kicking off, you know what I'm saying? That's right on time. Right on
Yep,
time.
next weekend's the beginning of football season. I'm looking forward to losing, but I'm encouraged to see the defense play. Maybe we'll win. You never know.
Hey,
I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I don't lie to myself. For all you Cowboys fans, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit there and lie to myself and say, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl." Bitch, we ain't going to no Super Bowl, and if we do, it's the luck of the Irish if we even get close to the Super Bowl.
you know what I'm saying? With the
So,
Bears, you know, I've been talking to some of my Chicago constituents, and that kind of keep an ear to it. And from what they're saying, they're looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of a
they
lot of
do look
people,
good.
but
I mean, they do look good. I'm encouraged by the defense. You know, we got the
okay.
two rookies out there. What's up? What's up, guys? I see Vaughn on there. He must be still working on getting in.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, Vaughn gonna be a listener, not a
No,
co-host today.
no, he's coming because I got some. We talked about some stuff the other day. I want to talk to him about. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, the defense has the two rookies who are actually in like the top 5 defensive rookies.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that you don't know that everybody wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Roquan Smith, from my understanding, Roquan Smith is finally actually dressing out and going to play, which
Did
is
he
just a
just sign
matter of.
another contract?
I don't think Roquan Smith's got another. He wants a contract.
Okay. He
Um,
wants one. He wants one. Okay. And to my understanding,
yeah,
he's like the last linebacker that was in that court last year. They got rid of everybody. Is that
yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Word. Okay. So some young blood in there. You know, I was talking to someone about that. You know what I'm saying? How they changing the whole lineup and getting rid of a lot of the veterans. But, you know, the league, man, is pretty much revolved around younger people now, younger players. You know, I think it has a lot to do with the change in physicalities and strength and speed. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't match or give the experience aspect, but when it comes to dealing with athletes, man, these young guys they're definitely changing. They're definitely changing the narrative.
Yeah. Yeah. What's not mean, Vaughn? You're coming? We're gonna see you here in a minute.
I'm
Um,
missing you.
yeah, I've worked with a lot of the older guys, and they have a completely different outlook on the game. Those
Hmm.
guys
Of
played
course.
because they love to play.
Yes.
Um, and nowadays they just play to get paid. You
It's a
know,
business.
Well, I think who was the Texas running back that went to Miami? I think he was kind of the first version of, who I'm talking about. He was
Recently?
big hype. No, this is Vaughn would probably
Oh,
know.
oh, oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh. I know who
you
you
could
the
just click.
marijuana guy.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why that clicks with me with him, but
But
Dreads, I know who you're talking about.
he was opium me. He was over in Tibet or some shit, high on opium, and fucking around, and I don't blame him, man. But I mean, he literally didn't want to play. He just wanted to sit around and do drugs. And finally, he came back mainly because they were like, "Well, you're gonna have to give back some of that money." He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, that's my drug money."
Yeah. But
Ricky
again,
Williams. Ricky Williams.
Yes. Hey, but again,
You know.
Zach, and a lot of my personality is made up on, psychology and sociology. I used to wonder about him, man. Like, what was it that psychologically, you know, impeded on him? It looked like he used to love the game in college. It looked like he loved the game early in his professional career, but something changed immediately. And I was always curious to know, what that was. So, Vaughn or any of our guys, Zach, y'all be out there, man. If y'all ever run into him, man, please ask him that question.
I think I mean I don't know where Ricky Williams is at anymore. I don't know what he's up to. I don't know what he's got going on in his life. I've never been in an event, or we've never had discussions about, oh, what about Ricky Williams?
Mhm.
It is funny how college players, the biggest name in Baylor, if you want to have, a lot of these guys who have these golf tournaments, things like that, are RG3. Yet in the
Mhm.
NFL, he did nothing.
Yeah.
Ricky has a show he does.
Really? Okay.
That's what Vaughn said.
Okay.
I don't know. He's doing well. That's good. That's awesome.
That's so good to hear. I love praise reports.
No, I'm glad. But it's more about guys. I think you do have guys that play nowadays that actually do love the game,
Mhm.
and I think you see that in a lot of their successes.
Mhm.
Wanting to dominate, wanting to, I think that at whatever age Tom Brady is, obviously he loves the game because he's 40
Yeah.
something years old.
Oh,
His
no
wife's got
question.
more money than he does, so he doesn't need the money. He's got a
Yeah.
ton of money.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of one of those things in order to continue playing, you would have to love the game.
Yeah. And his
I think
history.
Aaron Rodgers,
Oh,
Aaron
most
Rodgers has
definitely.
got plenty of money. He doesn't have to, he's 45. Aaron Rodgers has plenty of money. He must love the game. I think a lot of the wide receivers out there,
Mhm.
I think they could retire. Who's the guy who was the corner who played for the Jets, and then I think he went to L.A. I forget what his name was. Somebody out there might toss it in there.
What's up
You
with him?
know, I think he loves the game. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the example. Peanut Tillman. I think he loved the game.
Is he still in the
Um,
league?
no. He went back to he left Chicago, and I think he went to Jacksonville.
I remember he
Um,
went somewhere.
yeah, he went to Jacksonville, and then yeah, he retired.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, old Peanut Tillman. I think he loved the game. Hey, we got Vaughn. You coming in, Vaughn?
Yo, we got Vaughn in
Hey,
the building,
Hey,
everybody.
hey, what's
Oh, what's
poppin',
change
up?
baby?
You know
change your
what it is.
microphone, Vaughn.
I thought I changed it already.
Nope, I can tell the difference now.
Hmm.
Sounds like he's in that very big room.
He's in his own booth, as he likes to say.
There it is.
You sure?
Yep, I hear an echo.
Yeah, I do as well. Hey,
Hmm.
so Peanut Tillman, man, I always used to say, like back in his Bear career, I think I was on my exit out as a Bear fan at the time, but still kind of in there. And I always used to wonder why coaches didn't put him at safety. Like I thought he would have make a
Oh,
better safety than a corner because his ball skills and things of that nature, he couldn't really cover it to me as a
Oh, I
corner.
heard it. Vaughn swapped it over. I
There it
heard it.
is. There it is. Yeah, look at that smile, everybody. That's priceless.
Yeah,
I messed
listen
up.
to that. That's a
There
Yeah, I
big
we
old
go.
messed up.
difference right there.
Yeah, I messed up.
There we go.
I changed the speaker instead of the damn mic. I let you know how this morning going. Yeah, man,
It's all right.
Ricky gave his life to the smoke guys. You know what I mean?
Is that what it was, Vaughn?
I guess. Shit, I mean, he on the show now. I think he works for the Big Ten. He works
Oh, he makes it
for
that way.
Texas. Yeah, he worked for the University of Texas. They got a show that he's on. I
Okay,
believe so. He
good for
doing
him.
well, man.
Good for him.
I think the more we become, the more we accept the fact that marijuana is what it is, and it ain't that monster that everybody said it was. That it started to be accepted. Yeah, it's just not. I mean, you know, like if you look at my background, or you see Andre 3000 there,
Hmm.
marijuana illegal, but cigarettes cool. You tell me.
Right.
You know
I
what
get
I'm
it.
saying? How
I
you
get
be
it.
able to smoke cigarettes, but you can't smoke weed?
Yeah.
But cigarettes killing everybody. So you know what I mean? So they know it wasn't that bad. It's not as bad as what they thought it was. But he was working actually on either it was a podcast or it was a little spinoff show that they did for the University of Texas.
Good deal.
Well, it was just a matter of he just didn't want to play anymore. I mean, how did?
Um,
But I'm a because remember that
I
whole
don't
thing
believe
happened
that.
with Miami. But the whole thing happened with Miami. He just walked away.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that. I don't believe that. I remember watching them play and how hard he was running the ball.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah.
don't believe that. Even when he came back to the Ravens, that man was running that ball hard. You
Hmm.
know, and he loves to play the game, but I just think all the outside uh, influences that are there, the politics that are in the game, just really trying to take away from you know, just straight playing. You know, kind of like how
Yeah.
Kevin Durant says he just wants to play basketball.
Hmm.
You know, all this old talking and trying to tickle people's nuts and shit when you're talking to them and watching what you say and shit. And but it's part of it though.
Not
It's
Yeah.
part
tickling
of
the
it.
nuts.
Yeah,
Not
man.
tickling the
You
nuts.
gotta walk on eggshells around what you tell people now. I mean, what you say, and
Yeah.
you gotta be politically correct no matter what your belief is. And you know, just because it's politically correct doesn't mean everybody believes that. And
Yeah.
so you try to force somebody into your box where you want them to speak how you want them to speak and how you want them to look. And I get it, man. You know, you talking to people that you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they want to get out of your business, and then when you get something, borderline bad happens, everybody wants to point the finger at you as if they hadn't did anything wrong in their entire life. So
Hmm.
I don't blame them for not, wanting to talk. You know, most athletes, most guys that have become really great, it's a lonely life, man. It really is because
Really.
yeah, you got to think about it. How many guys off the teams that you done played on have made it, to the next level, whether that be college or even to the furthest, the highest level that you can go. And
Hmm.
it's a lonely goddamn path because a lot of times you spend the time working out by yourself. You training. It's not. I mean, maybe more so back in the earlier generations, because now we actually have facilities where guys work out together.
Hmm.
Outside of the team and shit. So and these kids are just a little bit more friendlier now. They're a
Yeah.
little bit more approachable. So, um, I don't think we're going to see anything like what Ricky did
Hmm.
out of these new guys, um, just because of that. You know, just because of how more social we are as a society now.
Okay. Hey, Vaughn, I have a question to the loneliness aspect. Like, would you say that this loneliness thing came post going to the NFL, as you mentioned? You know, you don't have a lot of your college teammates and things of that nature, or is it something that's still from a childhood of a loneliness factor, in your opinion?
It's on the way up.
On the way up.
It's
Okay.
on the way up, man. When people and they go with it don't have to be just sports. I think when you have your mindset on something that you want to do, and it's so strong that you're naturally going to separate yourself from people who playing games.
Okay.
Period. Period. And so if people don't match the same wavelength that you and drive that you have to make it to where you want to go, you're gonna naturally separate from them, and you
Okay.
okay with taking that journey by
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
And it takes strong people to go places by yourself and
No doubt. No doubt.
attain your goals and not worried about doing what the crowd says.
Hmm.
Despite what they say, going against what friends say. You know, they skipping and you going to class, and or you running to stand after practice. You know, stuff, shit like that. Everybody don't, or getting up early in the morning and training versus waiting on everybody else. You know,
Yeah.
you just naturally separate yourself, so that path becomes a lonely one. And usually, when you come home, you know, your mom ain't playing on. A lot of kids' mom didn't play any sports, so they really don't understand that. So, in my case, I just remember doing a lot of training by myself. At some point, I was getting up by myself, and I was responsible for what I did, and I held myself accountable for that. And I was out there walking and running by my goddamn self. And
Yeah.
so the shit that happened to Ricky, kind of isolating himself. Just look at how Ricky Williams was. Look at how Jerry Rice was. Look at how Michael Jordan just disappeared off the face of the earth. You really don't see him like that because he's. I think he was so. He was so. He was so knee deep in what he was doing and so focused that it's kind of hard to get away from that. It's just kind of hard to get away from that. You kind of lack a little social. I don't want to say social skills, but you're not as social as most guys who took the time to be out there and be on take every opportunity to be social with people, and then you know it's every guy I know that didn't kind of reach that level. They kind of like that. Every
Yeah.
last one of them. They got
And
this
I'm
little,
glad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
they had this little smidge of anti-socialism in them
Okay.
that they just
Barry
don't like really
Sanders.
fucking. Yeah, they don't like fucking with people like that, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Barry Sanders is the definition of that.
Mhm.
yeah, those guys don't really fuck with people like that, man. They don't like you in their business, and they don't give a fuck what you doing.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought up a Michael Jordan and a Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying? Definitely elite athletes. And you know what I'm saying? And I do understand the separating or the repositioning of life, you know what I'm saying? Because things change, right? My first thought is when you have a Michael Jordan or Ricky Williams, and you put that kind of talent into an arena of a professional world, and this professional world is asking for so many demands of you to change the essence of who you are. I'm wondering about that boxed in concept. Like, why I just can't be me, Kevin Durant? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why I just can't run the rock, or why I just can't play basketball? I'm wondering how much that psychological aspect of why I just can't do this and y'all stay out of my personal life aspect come into play with that. You know.
When you think about Ricky when he first started doing his interviews in the league. You remember he did it with his shield on, with his helmet, and he had a shield on his helmet. He never did. He never did. He never did interviews without having his helmet on. If you guys remember
Hmm.
at first, and
I,
he said
I
that was his way of kind of, separating himself from the world, without letting them in too much on on who he was. It had a lot of
mm,
shyness in him, a lot of social anxiety. I should
okay.
say, and guys kind of they shy away from the spotlight when it's off of the field.
Yeah.
Marshawn
Eh,
Lynch.
Hey,
Hey,
Well,
you
then why
want
are
to
you
talk?
here? Because I got to be here.
yeah,
Cause I gotta be here. You didn't want to talk to me before I got here.
the
Yep.
beast.
You
And
know,
see, I like the way the beast made his transition and dealt with the media. You know what I'm saying? And I think that went along with his upbringing and his social skills. As opposed to like a Ricky Williams, not being able to verbalize it in a sense. You know, or feel have the feeling of control. Like that's my profession, that's my job, but you're not coming into my life like that. And the ability to verbalize that and to live that, I wonder how much that played a part in that. And I really do believe it goes back to like childhood and upbringing. And that's why I asked the question because a lot of times we become more of who we are as we mature with the idea that situations and circumstances change and we have to reposition our life. But I really do think like the early stages of life affects a lot of those latter choices and decisions. or personalities we become in those situations. So that was the reason I asked.
It says Ricky Williams legally changed his name.
You know what I'm saying?
To
Like,
what?
It was Eric, which is really it's saying is really his name. It says now he's
that
changed his name to Eric Myron, Errick, and his last name is Miron, as he took the last name of his wife of 5 years ago.
okay.
Uh, mm.
What'd she do?
Says a lot. Says a lot
It don't say it on there.
psychologically.
I knew one guy who changed his name, but he changed it because who his wife was. So I'm not gonna say who it was, but let's just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that
yeah.
we were doing their house in Houston, and we got to talking, and I said, oh, da da da, and I just kind of made a joke, oh, any relation to blank, and yeah, that is her dad and her grandfather, and I went to Scott, and I was like, wait a minute, then why is his last name? Scott's like, oh, he took her last, and then I guess he was cool about it because we were in there, and Scott goes, yeah, well, Zach wanted to know why your name. He goes, hell yeah, I took her last name. It's like marrying it wasn't a Vanderbilt, so let's just say that. But it's like if you were dating one of the daughters of Vanderbilt, or Rockefeller, and being like, man, screw my last name, I'm gonna take your last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
For black folks, that ain't our last name no damn way. They gave us some bullshit anyway, so it's like shoot. That wasn't our last name anyway. You can go ahead and switch. Especially if it was a Rockefeller. It was like, well, shit, I guess that's my last name too.
Yeah.
But I think when you do that, you kind of like snipping your nuts off too at the same time. I would feel that way. I would
Okay.
feel that.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, as long as if it was a name like that, and her name was not that, but if it was a name like that and it makes the most sense, like shit, dude. I'm marrying into one of the wealthiest families. Why in God's green earth?
So you saying you might as well go on and switch out and grab your knee pads while you at it?
Hey, you should have seen the house.
And sing.
You should have seen the house and the doors with that last name. That man was. Go with it. That man was the president of a deal, and it was a very good deal for him.
Bitch. And now you his bitch.
I'd be her bitch.
I made him bow down to change his family name for a couple of dollars. You might as well be a fucking stripper at that point.
But what if your name really had no like full blown history, and you didn't have kids, and you didn't, you're young. What I mean,
Still a bitch.
Carrying on the family name. Now, if there's a Rockefeller or a Vanderbilt out there, y'all let me know. I'll change my last name.
Right. That's why everybody respected Al Davis. He said, I'd rather get shot in the head than suck my dick. He's like, you got me fucked up.
What the hell does that have to do? Why are we talking about dudes marrying dudes now?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of that shit going on, man. We just in that space, man. You have to make sure, you know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that you getting your sage on, and you gotta sage these motherfuckers away.
We're gonna move on, because I do want let's before we jump into a hole.
Yeah, sage these motherfuckers away. Mafio got the smoke. Sage them, Mafio. You got the smoke going.
Hey, man. Man,
I can't stand that stuff.
Well,
it's
how
called,
you get those demons out, folks. Get these
it's called psychological
stuff.
control, mind control. You control your mind, man. You control your world.
All right, so Vaughn, you went to Vegas for the Raiders alumni.
Yeah.
Tell us
Absolutely.
I was looking for you, big dog.
You didn't have to look for me.
I had to look for you, baby.
It was wonderful, man. It was absolutely stupendous. They rolled out the red carpet, and they showed major love to all the former players and that came, and basically let us know how they felt about us and how they going forward, how much it's going to get better, and that everybody had a hand in um, the current status to where the Raiders are now. No matter how big or small, you were a part of this organization. So we got a chance to meet a lot of guys from different eras, 60s, 70s, and 80s, 90s to 2000s, and it was great, man. It was really great. Got to meet a lot of different guys I had never met before. So,
Okay.
and we also the Raiders were also working on a documentary called The Inception of the Oakland of the Raiders, and basically telling you where it came from, where it started at. And I think for the rough draft that we saw, uh, it made me proud to be a part of that organization. I can tell you that.
Okay.
It's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that organization means a lot to them, and it's a good family feel. I'm proud to say that I was a part of that organization, and I ain't scared to say that. That was all right. There's several other stories.
They're famous for it, and I've said that to you before. The Raiders are famous for how they treat their alumni. I mean, we have instances where you hear about, Urlacher wasn't welcome back until John Fox became the head coach, and then he brought Urlacher in, and you hear about that constantly. But the Raiders are famous for, we don't care if you played 5 minutes, we don't care if you played 5 years. Once you're here, you're always, and they do it every year. And they're famous for it. So I think it's probably, by my understanding from talking to some other people, it's probably the best alumni NFL organization.
All right. Hey, now this
By a
event,
team.
is it an annual thing they did, or is this it is?
Every
Yeah,
year.
it's annual.
Good deal.
Yeah,
It's
there's
an-
stuff
staff,
on it.
Now that's staff appreciation to the fullest. Like
It is,
that
man.
warmed me
It
up.
is. And
I
now that it's in
appreciate them for
Vegas,
that.
it's like 20 times better than it ever was in Napa. I was
Word.
like, wow. Yeah, it was nice, man. It was nice, but it just says a lot about, the forefathers, the guys who actually purchased the team first, what their mental focus was, what their vision was for the team, and Al just kind of took it and flew with it once he got there. Just the pride and poise, the family feel, loyalty. You know what I'm saying? You get all those feelings when you're there, and so
No doubt.
it's I would wish that every organization was like that, but they're not. So I enjoyed it, man. I'm ready for the football season. God damn it!
That's
I
what's
got
up,
my
man.
jerseys ready. I got my
All right.
shirts and my hats ready. Don't y'all come around here playing with me. I
All
even
right.
got some sitting around in my office. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
Hold
sir.
up.
They
If
everywhere.
we playing around, hold on.
Yeah, don't play like that. And my man, and don't get the game misconstrued. Don't get the game misconstrued. Even the Ravens, you know what I'm saying? They coming along. Don't
Okay.
play, in my Ravens, they're gonna get Lamar Jackson paid here,
As
We
they
seen
should.
Russell Wilson got him a
Yes.
record breaking contract the other day. So
Much deserved.
much
Much deserved.
deserved. And so, the last person that's left is Lamar Jackson. And so if Deshaun Watson got 260 million to 230 million rather fully guaranteed,
Guaranteed.
what do you think Lamar Jackson is supposed to get?
Hey, man. Come
I'm
on with
just
it.
saying. And so he's stuck in between. Let me tell you what Lamar Jackson's looking at, because he representing himself.
Okay.
He's looking at what Kyler Murray got. He's
Mhm.
looking at what. Ooh. He's looking at what Deshaun Watson got, and looking at what Russell Wilson got. And so with those
Dun,
three
dun, dun, dun.
contracts, they had.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were playing like that today.
All right.
Yeah. Say, man, it's not a game over here. I'm just letting you know. It's not a
Hey.
game. It's not a game at all, and I don't want you guys to ever think that it's a game over here, in the slaughter complex, because it's not. I'm just letting you know. Don't come over and talking that shit and you ain't got your shit on. I don't like these incognito fans. We need to know who the hell you stand with, and that's all I need to know.
Hey
Look
man,
at
pardon
that.
me, man. I need to look. I need to
Mine's
go get who I
permanent.
represent. Let me go
Mine's
get.
permanent.
Pardon me.
What Morpheus about to go grab a box of Black and Miles?
I don't know what he gonna grab. I don't know what the fuck he gonna grab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
To all,
represent my fans, my fandom, my
to all our
fanhood.
fans out there watching, who's your team? I know
Yeah.
I know Big Mike, both of the Mikes, one of them, Muscle Mike, he's a 49er fan. Boo.
He say boo.
Boo.
We gonna beat you in week 1. I think the Bears can take the 49ers in week 1.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh man, the old Bible. Look at
Come
you.
on, man. That's the only thing I'm a fan of nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all
Like,
right. Even though
hey.
some of it's full of lies, it's cool.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Hey, don't knock my squad, yo. I don't knock yours. Straight up.
I'm
Straight
just
Yeah,
up.
messing
but
with you, bro. I'm
It's
just
all
messing
good.
with you.
I'm ready for it. What is your brother still? A Chiefs fan,
Yeah.
or has he already jumped off that
Nah,
bandwagon?
of course he didn't jump off that bed.
That girl said, "Go Cowboys."
Oh,
Go where? Where
hey,
they
let the
gonna
game
go?
banging begin, right?
Where they gonna go? They ain't gonna go nowhere.
That's an inside joke. That's exactly what that is.
Go Cowboys.
Inside
No
what?
fucking cowboy. It's an inside joke. That's why she's laughing when she said that. She is not a
No doubt.
Cowboys fan by far, by far. But yeah, it's gonna be an exciting season. But yeah, we was talking about what we think Lamar Jackson is going to get, and I think he's going to get maybe a 5-year, $300 million contract, fully guaranteed.
As he should. I mean, that's the game,
Fully.
right?
With Deshaun Jackson and Kinfolk Cousins are the only two players in NFL history to ever have fully guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
If Kyler Murray got 160 guaranteed, if Russell Wilson got 165 million guaranteed, Deshaun Jackson got 230 fully guaranteed. Both of those first two guys, their contracts are worth around 245 million altogether. But those first two guys, they only got not only, but they have 100 and don't get the game twisted. I don't mean it that way. 160 of it is guaranteed. So that leaves you with what the hell is Lamar Jackson going to get? You know.
But so the Russell Wilson, to me, it seems extreme for a guy on the back half of his career.
He's 34 years old.
It seems a little extreme. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Seattle days where he was lighting it up.
That shit
but
over
does
with.
Denver have the depth to pay a quarterback that much money? Because to me, I've always seen it as, you have to have a good quarterback, but it doesn't make a shit if you don't have a good receiving core. And I know they got Sutton, they got a few other guys in Denver, but I don't see Denver having enough receiving depth to pay a quarterback that much money.
Did Denver get y'all all this Sutton? I'm mixing them up with Allen. This is Robinson. Where did he go from y'all team?
L.A.
That's what
Rams.
That's what I thought.
Which is why I took him in my draft.
And they have.
Is it Allen Robinson?
Okay.
Yeah,
Recently,
the second.
Yeah, he was pretty good. But now the Broncos have Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, who's a deep ball catcher. Now he's with a guy that can throw the deep ball.
Yeah.
They still have the tight end that they drafted, right? Or did they trade him? They did trade one of their tight ends. They picked up a tight end early, like in the first and second round. A couple years ago, they already traded them away.
Hey Zach, to your point, do you feel that Russell Wilson, leader caliber, things of that nature, do you think he can facilitate with young guys and just getting them on the same page? You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not quote unquote big name, maybe receivers.
But he wasn't doing it in Seattle. So so hold on. There are very few quarterbacks in this world, and I can think of two right off the top of my head, that you can take any receiver and toss them in there and they become good receivers. That's Tom Brady and Green Bay's Aaron Rodgers. Doesn't matter who the fuck you put with those two. they're going to make any receiver great. I mean, Tom Brady's proven it, and I think Aaron Rodgers has done a fairly good job of it, although he was complaining about getting receivers, but I think that was about the speed and the depth of the receivers. But, I think that Russell Wilson has that, but why would you just bolt out of the door? Or maybe they saw something during training camp. They're like, oh, shit, no, we need to pay this guy. We need to make sure he's not going anywhere. We need to make sure that he's with us from this point on.
Hey, Zach, to that point, when they initially signed him, was that like for a 1 or 2 year thing?
I don't know. It was I don't know what it was. I think it was a trade. I think he might have still had some time on his contract. He might have been like in the final year of his contract in Seattle. Okay. I don't really know. Vaughn may know. Yeah,
but to back to the leadership aspect, I really do believe that Russell Wilson is that caliber person where, he can shape a receiving core to be what they need to be. I feel he did it in Seattle. You know what I'm saying?
No, but leadership, there's points to that though. There's leadership, there's skill, and there's adaptability. Mm-hmm. And I there's no doubt he has leadership. There's no doubt he has skill, but does he have the adaptability to pretty much throw to anybody? One of the things that I have learned in the past few years is that, how a quarterback throws a ball, talking to guys who are receivers, how do I throw the ball to you for the best chance for you to catch it? And I will adapt to you. How do I do this to make sure you catch this ball? And they have the ability, for adaptability. And I don't know if Russell Wilson has that kind of adaptability because we didn't see it in Seattle. Nobody's denying he's a great quarterback at all. But I'm just saying, I'm curious to see. And now that I think about it, they may have seen something in camp. Like,
I think he does. I mean,
I think he does.
Russell Wilson is one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time. If you don't think he pulled some trash ass receivers up, you crazy. We didn't know who the fuck Golden Tate was before, he started,
or after.
Or after, but he played. He balled for them.
Yes, he did.
Fucking, you're gonna see how much DK Metcalf suffers this year.
Yes, I was just thinking about.
You're gonna see. So one of the things when Russell first
you're
came
talking about
over,
in Seattle, right?
Yeah, he's gonna suffer without Russell Wilson.
Because who's their starter? Geno? Is it Geno Smith gonna be their starter?
Yeah, not Geno's Pizza, not Geno's East, but Geno.
Yeah, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith with 2 F's. Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, Geno Smith starting over Drew Lock after he had a terrible preseason. So it's like, they was like, so y'all really couldn't go out and go get Baker Mayfield? Y'all was satisfied with that?
But Baker Mayfield's a starter now because old boy went down, right?
Hell no. Sam Darnold's fucking trash.
No, but now, no matter what, Sam Darnold's down, so no matter what, Baker's
even if he wasn't, Sam Darnold was trash. He already let you. Yeah, I'm like, why are we talking about him? He like,
so Vaughn, I want your opinion on my draft. Did you do any drafts this year?
Talking about for fantasy football?
Fantasy? Yeah.
Nah, man, I didn't get any invites. You didn't
I'll make sure you get one. I don't even do this. This is actually we should have hold up. We should have a People's Rebuttal draft. Anybody who wants to be in the People's Rebuttal draft, it ain't gonna cost you no money. We're gonna do our first year for free, and then maybe next year we'll do one and all the money gets donated.
Yeah, we should.
So anybody who sees this, post in the comment. And then we'll message you individually, get your email, and we'll see if we can. Because we got a little bit. I think we got a week or so, that we can do. It's going to be a fast draft.
Hey, Zach, I think that's a great idea.
So here's my draft. Yeah, I do too. So here's my draft. You ready? You ready, Vaughn? Give me your opinion. Quarterback, Josh Allen.
Do you want to put the draft out there now before you?
No, because the draft doesn't work that way. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so my quarterback.
I don't want anybody to get any ideas.
Nah.
I got Derrick Henry.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I was like 9th down the row and Derrick Henry was still there. I got Allen Robinson because he did great in Chicago. I can't imagine what he's going to do in LA. I took Josh Allen as my quarterback. M. Williams, LAC. Zeke. I took him as my secondary running
Who?
back.
What
Zeke.
Williams?
Okay.
What'd you say
M.
about
Williams.
who he played
M.
for?
Williams.
Who is that?
LAC.
The Chargers.
The Chargers.
Oh, the
big
receiver.
receiver.
The big
Yeah.
number 13.
Yes.
Yeah, big guy.
I-
No, he ain't 13. 80 something.
I did take
17.
Mooney, Chicago's wide receiver.
Okay.
I took the Cowboys Schultz, that tight end. I
Tight
actually
end.
liked him.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did good.
Somehow I messed up, and I ended up with Trey Lance as my quarterback and Kirk Cousins. So I have two backup quarterbacks. I've actually been talking to a few people about some trades. I got Tyler Boyd out of Cincinnati. I got the running back Cook out of Buffalo. We'll see what he does. My kicker's Robbie Gold. I mean, that fool good as gold. I mean, Chicago forever. And then I took Matt Prather for my secondary. And my defense, I took LA.
LA.
LA Chargers.
I took the Rams.
Hmm.
Yeah, LA
There's
Rams.
a little bias in some of those picks. I
How?
understand.
Of course.
What picks?
Of course.
What picks?
Everyone from the
Like
Bears.
Like
Mooney.
like
There's only
Allen
one person
Robinson
from the Bears.
and
No,
Allen
but
Robinson.
He's not with the Bears. He's with LA. He's
Close
with the
enough.
Chargers now.
I don't know
Robbie
why you
Gold.
chose
Oh,
him. What made you
he's with
think
the
he was going
Rams.
What made you think
'Cause
he
he
was going
did-
to be able?
Because he did good in Chicago. So to see what he's going to do with Matthew Stafford, I mean, Matthew Stafford's a great quarterback to have a conversation of a great quarterback.
Yeah, he
I mean,
did
dude,
good because he was a
I
number
do.
one receiver too.
But 12 years, 12 years with the Detroit Lions and can't even get to the playoffs. His first year as a quarterback for the fucking Rams, he wins the Super Bowl.
He had a defense, man,
But
He probably had coaching,
he was
too.
putting the ball out there too.
and a
Who was
better
the coaches?
stadium.
Who was the coaches 12 years in Detroit?
I don't know, like
Wayne
fucking
Fontes.
20 of them.
Wayne Fonts with his old ass.
My point exactly.
The defensive coordinator for the fucking who was that for the Patriots?
Oh yeah.
Well, he
He
was in
ended
the
up
ladder.
having to go back.
He was in the ladder.
I mean, they got them fools every 2 years get a new head coach. 2-3 years is a new fucking head coach.
I like that. Oh, the Lions.
Uh-huh.
The Lions are set up to be probably the number one team to go from worst to first this year. You gotta think.
Well, I mean, you look
Well-
at how many they lost by last year. I mean, they were
Right.
losing by
by
all those
less than a
games-
touchdown.
5.
yeah.
Yes,
That's
they were
a
in
touchdown.
every
It
game.
was shit was
Every
crazy.
game.
That lets you know how thin the difference is between winning and losing is.
Oh yeah.
But
It's
they were
not a lot.
haunted with that during the preseason too. What
It's all
happened? The
good.
games they played, they just barely lost.
This year?
Yeah, quarterback
Okay.
fumbles a ball, or they'd have won the game
Okay.
in one of their preseason games. The other one, they won one. That was the first one they've won in like the past 3 preseason games.
Okay.
I mean, of course, it's preseason, so it really doesn't mean a lot, but it does. I mean, it shows you
Depending on who you ask.
just what they call them, finishers. They're just not finishing.
Hey, tell me this. So the kid from LA that they traded Stafford for, is he going to be their starter in Detroit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who?
Jared Goff.
Golf. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Excuse me.
He wasn't that bad.
No.
Is he better
I
than
didn't think
Dak?
so.
Is he better than Dak Prescott? I don't know. I don't know about that. But he's definitely mid-level to bottom quarterback. He's not your upper tier quarterback at all. And I've been watching these posts about different tiers of quarterback. It's ridiculous. And different tier of players too. So they do each player position and they do different tiers, who's the top in their position. I agree with Josh Allen being really a top tier quarterback. They got him up there pretty goddamn high, to be honest with you. But receiver, putting CD Lamb at like tier 2, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Hey, Vaughn,
Tell us what you really think, Vaughn. Tell us what you
Like
really think.
CD Lamb, you put CD Lamb and Amari Snooper. The Cowboy fans really thought they had a all-pro receiving bunch. I'm like, I don't get where you got that from, because we're talking about you got 2 guys that are unproven in Gallup and CD Lamb, and then you have Amari Cooper, who we know has the talent to be a number 1 receiver. He don't have the mentality to be one though, which that'll never make him a top receiver. Because when you need him, he'll quit on your ass, just like one of these cheap ass horses in the Kentucky Derby.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like
Ooh.
it's the reason why he on the third team, and he was a first round draft pick.
So who's the best quarterback in the NFL?
If I wanted to take
Aaron
one,
Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Aaron
Josh
Rodgers.
Allen.
You taking who?
I take Josh Allen. Fuck all that bullshit.
Best wide receiver in the NFL.
Give me the kid that just went from Green Bay to LA to the Raiders.
I'll say that too. I was gonna say Justin Jefferson, but I haven't really watched him play like that.
Or the kid from Buffalo that came from Minnesota.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, we'll see. He's up there, but I don't think he's better than either of those two.
Is that Diggs?
Yeah, Diggs can play. I don't think he's better than shit. He might not be better than Adam Thielen.
Running back.
Tennessee Titans, the guy you got
Henry.
in the draft.
Yeah.
Henry. But there's
Now, hold on. Where you got Vaughn? Yeah, there are so many others.
I'll take
agree
the back.
100%.
I'll take the back out of Indianapolis.
Oh, the guy who almost he was stepping on it last year. Yeah. All right, defense.
Accumulative, collectively, you mean?
Just defense for this year. Yeah, defense is always considered one.
Okay.
I'll take Buffalo.
I would take Buffalo because of their trade. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Give me New England defense.
After they brought what's his name back?
Mafia High.
I'm serious.
Mafia High already.
I think they're gonna do well. I think that even if the team don't do well and wins, that defense.
You up there? Mafia.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, big
Mafia
fella, I'm gonna pick them in my draft for the defense when Zach put this together for the people.
Hey, Mafia, come back down. Hey, Mafia,
I'm all the way up.
So
all the way
we got some people. We just need anybody.
Absolutely not.
Michael, Keisha, I don't. John, if y'all want to do this, we're gonna do a people's rebuttal draft. I'll get it all set up and we'll do it.
Let's say this also to the listeners: if you know someone that's interested in, for a first time, because this is gonna be my first time, but I'm so excited now. And
Mafia asking for help now.
No, I'm not asking for help. I'm just saying.
Asking for help.
I'm just saying, reaching out to our listeners and using our audience. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all know some people that's never did it that may be interested, man, recommend them. People's rebuttal
I'm horrible.
draft.
I lose every fucking year in my NFL draft, but it's fun. I lose every year. Yahoo, we do the Yahoo one. I lose every year, but it's fun. It makes game day fun. It'll make you watch a game to see if your guy's gonna. Especially once you get down to the wire. I think that's one of the only reasons I've truly watched Monday Night Football if the Bears aren't playing is because it's like this game. If this game goes well for me, I win that week because it's immediate updates, so it's constant. Now, if I'm closed out by Sunday, most of the time I'm not watching Monday Night Football unless it's the Bears. But if I'm like on the cusp and it's like, whoo, I just need this one motherfucker to do well. I'm going to be screaming at TV, come on, motherfucker. And there's nothing, there's nothing real about it. It's not like I bet $1 million on it. It's just, it's entertaining.
Good fun. I'm with that.
Like
I'll be watching.
$1 million on what?
On my fantasy. These people get out there and they put some big-ass money on these drafts.
They get stupid with
it.
It makes watching games a little bit different. I'll tell you.
It does.
Hey, these gambling platforms, man, I've run into some people that this is their job now, and they cash them out. Like,
I'm not doing that.
I get it.
Especially after you found out that the employees were betting.
Which employees? For these platforms?
DraftKings and the other one. There was a huge deal that a whole bunch of them were getting in trouble by, manipulating and using algorithms to figure it out and making, $300,000. They were winning the leagues that they were in, and they worked for, I don't remember I think both of them got busted doing it, but it might have been FanDuel or DraftKings. It's like, I'll fucking pass. Now, if it's like a group of people, like I'll probably get hit up, Tuesday or Wednesday to do, you put $10 in, it's 10 people, you got a chance to win $90.
Okay. Where the other 10 go to the house?
The juice. That goes to the house. Yeah. That's how they're
I'm
making
just
their
asking.
money, man. They get
No
that little
doubt.
piece.
No doubt.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Hey, Zach, really, man, put that together, man, and let's try to get that
I
for
will.
Friday.
I
Yeah,
will.
because we got to have it in by what? Sunday? Saturday?
Thursday. We'd have to draft like on Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, we could probably draft on Monday.
Okay.
I mean, we got the weekend, so everybody can kind of get ready. But hell, we could do it Sunday night. Again, if y'all are listening, if y'all are watching, we're not charging for this draft. We're just gonna get in there and then we'll see how everybody does. So it's no risk, it's free, and we'll have some fun with it. We'll
There it is.
we'll talk shit back and forth on every Tuesday and Friday.
There it
If
is.
I beat you, I promise you, I'm gonna be celebrating. If I don't beat you, I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna celebrate.
So narcissistic.
Yeah,
Ish.
fuck all that cool shit. I'm on your ass.
All right.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry about not getting shit talked to you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Say,
be
don't worry
doing
about that part. It's on.
Oh no, it's on and popping. We ain't gonna let nobody slide.
Yeah.
No, ain't nobody
So,
slide around here.
if you guys have I don't know if you watch the schedule or with your teams and who the first game is against. But any ideas who your first game is against and how you feel about that?
49ers.
Bears
My
got the
first
Niners?
game's against the 49ers.
Okay.
We play the
I
Chargers.
think we'll win it.
Okay. How y'all feel about those games?
I'm good with it.
They sound good. They sound good. I asked because I have the privilege. I'll be at the Cardinals Chiefs game next Sunday.
Nice.
So looking forward to that, man.
Where's
You know
that
what I'm
at? Buffalo Wild Wings?
Ah.
I mean, I'm sorry. You going to the Chiefs or you going to the Arizona?
No, they're playing in Arizona. And I'll be
Sweet,
out there.
nice. So you're an Arizona fan? So who
This
you a
is who I'm
fan
a
of?
fan of. I'm a fan of the Word of God and the King James Bible.
Goddamn.
I'm just going for the entertainment, bro.
Okay, fair.
It was an invite.
Nice.
It was an invite.
Must be nice. Must be nice to have friends in high places. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, it just happened like some of them golf shots, big dog. It just happened like that.
It just happened that way, baby.
Yeah, it just happened that way.
It just happened to happen that way. If somebody want to
Yes,
be in
sir.
good company, who am I to deny them?
Hey, it just happened that way, baby.
Well, I feel you, cuz. I feel you, fam. I feel you. That's how you
Yes,
right.
sir.
What time y'all want to draft on Sunday?
Talking
We're
about
setting
this
it up right
Sunday?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
What time?
Say, well, people got their early morning Sunday things going on. Would 3:00 be feasible?
Vaughn, you go with 3?
Yeah, that's fine.
3:00 Sunday.
3 p.m. on Sunday. Again, we need to know who you are so we can.
Hey, Vaughn, can you put that in the chat that we're gonna do this 3 p.m. Sunday, the draft?
Okay.
My man.
Uh-huh.
And again, I'll tell a few people, you know what I'm saying, if they're interested. So tell me this, Zach. If I tell some people and they're interested, would they just need to be there Sunday 3:00
No, it's online through Yahoo.
through Yahoo? Okay, so you would need their email address or what? What would you need
Yep.
from them?
Need an email, and then I'm about to send it to both of y'all.
Okay, good deal. This is gonna be great. I'm so looking
Should
forward to
be.
it.
And I'm gonna love every minute of watching Mafia draft Drew Lock. I'm be like, go ahead then. Okay, yeah, just like that.
I'm gonna tap into my resources, and I'm gonna tap into my resources. Put it like I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's good shit, my man.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm gonna put this in there, but you need to talk to because it only allows a certain amount of people.
Okay.
So hold on,
And
let me look.
do we have that number of a lot of people?
Confirm. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 10 people. So with me, you, and with all of us, that's 3. So we got 7 people that can participate.
Okay.
You want me to invite Big Feller?
Absolutely.
Sure, why not?
Where the hell has he been anyway? He been on my mind.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. He's good.
Is he?
Yeah, he's living.
Huh. I'm going to call him.
Yeah, he's living.
I'm going to call him. He's around there. Is he at home?
No, actually, I think he's somewhere in his world. You know how it goes. Hey, Zach, so back to this draft Sunday. The picks just have to be in by 3:00 Sunday via this with this email you're sending out, or this text, or however you're sending it.
Yeah, we need them like today, tomorrow. Drafts on Sunday.
Oh, today, tomorrow. So how does this all work for the listeners like myself that's kind of ignorant to it? Today what needs to be done, and then for Sunday, how does that work?
Well, so again, we need to make sure that we're talking so that, we're not all just inviting a ton of fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they get the link, they'll sign up and they'll pop up in here. And then Sunday at 3, the draft will start. And it's just a draft. You go in there and, choose who you want to have on your team.
Okay.
You can Google it. There's, what is it? Running back, wide receiver. There's a template for it that I didn't follow it because I wanted Josh Allen. So I did draft, like I said, the first round it went, nobody picked Derrick Henry. I was like, well, fuck, I'll take Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And then on my second way around, I could have taken another running back, but I wanted Josh Allen. So I took Josh Allen right off the bat. And then I went ahead and took Zeke in round 3, and worked through it through there. I mean, I'm not like Vaughn here, who's fucking gonna know. I'm gonna replay this fucking podcast and go back who he picked because I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna grab that motherfucker. I'm gonna grab that motherfucker.
So today is the sign up. Sunday is the draft.
Today and tomorrow, people can as long as I got either I or you or Chad or Vaughn, need to send that link out.
Yes.
But again, we need to. I don't know if John wants to be in it. I don't know if Michael wants to be in it. But as long as we get it in, I mean, they could sign up fucking Sunday at 2 p.m.
Okay.
And we're good.
Okay. And so for our listeners that would like to join up, what do you need from them right now? Email address or something?
Well, we don't want them. I don't think they want to put their email in there.
Of course.
If they put in that they're interested, then I can send them the email invite. And obviously our listeners are going to come before anybody else we want.
Of course.
I mean, if you're on here right now and, you want, just, put it in, I'm in, or want to join, I don't know, whatever the fuck, draft me. I guess that's what it is. This is the draft before the draft. We're going to draft you into the People's Rebuttal draft.
There it is.
Okay. Whatever you want to put in there, and that way we can, I'll shoot the link out through Messenger to them, and they can join up.
Okay, through Messenger.
And do it.
Good deal. Because that was my next question. Good deal.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't, I don't think anybody else wants junk, so neither do I. All right, get us out of here, Mafio.
All righty, and again, thank you everyone for joining us for another amazing episode of the People's Rebuttal Podcast. Vaughn, you want to hit them where how they can find us?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter every Tuesday and Friday, live at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time or 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Got a time zone. All right, people.
You know what I'm saying? For my friends out there like John that's out there in Idaho.
Yeah.
We come on a couple hours later, but it's all good.
Yes, sir. That's all
All right,
right.
guys.
All right.
Have a
Till
wonderful
next time.
weekend.
With the pat, Vaughn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.